Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on this video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about what their family thinks of you, or what will they think of you, okay? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with the rose quartz, pile 2 with the sunstone, and pile 3 with the carnelian. So those are your 3 piles to choose from today. Focus on the question, what their family thinks of me, or what will they think of me, and use your intuition to help guide you to your pile of your choice. And without further ado, you can find your timestamps in the comments below or in the description box. So we're going to get started with the rose quartz. Alright, so if you have chosen the rose quartz, you have found your way to your reading. So what will their family think of you, or what their family thinks of you currently? Okay? So let's get started. I'm going to start with the tarot. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have the Chariot. And we have the Lovers. Next, for your karma cards, we have the 4th house, the 11th house, and we have Venus. For your oracle card, we have co-create. And for your Lenormand, we have the ring and also the tree. Okay, so those are your cards today. Let me fix the camera so you can fully see everything. Maybe give you guys a little zoom. That co-create card is completely blurred out. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of glare up there. I don't know if that made that better. I can't really see the Lenormand. Okay. That helps, I think. Okay. So, what their family thinks of you. So, starting off with the Queen of Swords, there is someone in the family, doesn't have to be a mother, just like a female figure, whoever, that is a little bit cold, maybe like overly critical and overly sensitive, you know, overly emotional, like they kind of just let their emotions take over their logic, you know. And this person may, like, whenever you come over or whatever you're by, they might like isolate themselves and just stay in their room, or they just like don't really make the effort to come and speak with you or talk to you. As I said, this doesn't have to be the mother. It can just be like some sort of family female figure. It can be like a sister, a cousin, you know. But also, when you see the Queen of Swords reversed, it also can represent there being like an absent mother. So you may not see the mother a lot because she's always working, or maybe the mother is just not around, okay? But yeah. So that person, because they're like that, they're not going to have the best thoughts for you. but that's because of their own problems they're dealing with, nothing that you're doing yourself, okay? With the Chariot here, this shows me that the family sees you having a lot of direction in your life. Like, you know what you want to do and where you're going. And I feel like they're very curious on how far you're going to go, especially if you're working on some sort of project or you have this really important job that you're doing. They're curious on where you're going to end up, where you're going to be, and how you're going to take charge. You know, maybe they're rooting for you to be the leader in whatever you're doing as well. But they also see you as somebody that's very resilient, you know, like any obstacles that come your way, you just push through them. And they see you as very brave as well, okay? With the Lovers here, definitely they see you as a really great match for their daughter or son. Um, but also, this family has a lot of love for you, for sure. And they just see you as like a perfect fit, you know, like you blend into the family very well. And you know, it's always kind of hectic, especially like meeting the family, getting to know the family, and it's like, do they like me? Will they accept me? This family definitely accepts you and they love you a lot. And they just think that you're the perfect match, not just for their daughter or son, but for their family, okay? Even if there's that one cold person in the family, like, you know, they do see all your qualities, they do very much like you. It's just they got their own thing that they're dealing with, you know? But further down the line, I'm really seeing that this person is going to be a lot nicer because, you know, you're going to be part of the family, so they just got to deal with it, you know? So with the fourth house here, this is definitely, oh, this is the family house, you know, card here. Card. This is the house. This is the family house. It's just so funny to say, like, so weird. Anyways, so yeah, as I said, like before, like they definitely like want to welcome you in with open arms, and they're so happy that you know you're part of their family. Um, but as well, I think that because they want to know more about you, and especially with that Chariot card, and want to know how far you're going to go, it's because maybe you've spoke to them about your past and your past experiences. You know, you talked about your own home base, you talked about your own family, and you know maybe you had some sort of things that didn't go too great with your own family, and that's why you're out here, you know, pushing, being very resilient. I see you as a very independent spirit as well. Um, and you're trying to learn from your past, you're trying to move away from that, and with doing that you're trying to create new things, you're trying to make your life better than how it was before, okay? And I feel like as well, like because this is the fourth house, you know, the mother traditionally like rules the house, you know, so I feel that the mother figure in this family, maybe if this does represent the mother, like the Queen of Swords being reversed, maybe after some time, you know, getting to know you and seeing that you're actually here for the long haul, you know, this person, this mother is going to act like a mother to you, you know, and even if that person is actually like a sister or whatever, the mother in the family is just going to give you very warm, loving vibes as well. And yeah, they definitely just want to know about your background, how you grew up, your support. But yeah, they welcome you in. Do what makes you feel secure. Yeah, they feel that you're someone that's going to be in this family for a really long time, and you know, as well when it comes to making decisions, you make decisions based off of how it will benefit everyone else as well. Okay, you're not like a selfish person at all. You think about your family, right? And you always thank people. You're always grateful. You share that gratitude for those people that helped you get to the place that you are. And with the 11th house here, so I don't know why, but I feel like with this pile, okay, I'm getting like two things. So either you're someone that doesn't have a lot of friends, like you may have friends, but like they're not around you a lot. You know, you're more focused on yourself, your family, your business, whatever it might be. So yeah, they see you without many friends, but for a reason. You know, like you have other things to focus on and other things to do. You know, you're trying to you're trying to better your future. You're trying to make your future very bright and, you know, very abundant. So you just don't have time for too much of a social life, you know. But the other side of it is, you know, if that doesn't ring true to you, the other side of it is I feel that their family kind of sees that some of your friends have influenced you or reinforced some behaviors on you, like your circle of friends, because of something that you do. Like maybe, for example, all of your friends have piercings and tattoos, so you have piercings and tattoos. Just like an example. Or they notice like when your friends are around, they have like different types of sarcastic types of jokes, and you kind of follow that same thing. You know, just something that your friends have influenced you to do, and it's represented in your behaviors. And if not that, like maybe as well, like you have a great circle of friends that are all thriving for kind of similar goals, similar things. So you all just have your head in the game and you're pushing and pushing to make that money, you know? So there's a few versions of that, okay? You're pushing to establish your hopes and wishes and your dreams and all that good stuff. Now with Venus here, like definitely this family sees you as beautiful, they cherish your company. They love being around you, and it's always a good time, you know, good times down there. Um, and I feel like you're the type of person that makes everyone in the family feel very connected to you and very warm. Like there's no one in the family that doesn't feel like they don't connect with you, because you make that effort to, you know, make everyone feel included. You're just very loving. You're always making jokes, and you're always coming up with new ideas. Maybe if you guys have like family game nights, you always have like a good idea for games to do. All right, and you just make everyone laugh. I'm hearing like laughter, and yeah, everyone has like a good time around you. You guys all enjoy your time together. And with co-create, like this family sees you as someone that's very inspiring. You know, you're always creative. You're always creating new things. You have a lot of great, innovative ideas, and I feel like they're very open to you and your ideas as well. Maybe even like you help with, because of this whole like pillar here and all that cool stuff on it. I feel like you help with the design of the house. Like maybe the mother, father, whoever comes to you and be like, "What do you feel about like putting in this carpet, or what color should we do with this room?" You know. And yeah, the family just likes to create with you as well. They're very open to your ideas. And just you and your partner, like you guys have a very inspiring love, you know? Definitely like even with the ring and the tree, co-create, and then the lovers, like this family definitely wants to keep you in, you know? And definitely I feel like they definitely want you to marry their marry their son or daughter. Okay. So what's it? The ring. I'm trying to hold these two together. Okay. So with the ring and the tree, let me focus it. So these two together, they definitely see that you have a very strong physical connection with your person, right? Like you guys are just the perfect match, like even just visually, okay? But also it's like you two have made a promise to each other, right? Maybe you guys are already married too. Like you guys have already made this promise to each other. You guys are very serious about each other, and it's not something that you're going to break, you know? And you make that effort to get to know their family. You make that effort to make sure everyone feels very loved, and you know that's something that doesn't go unnoticed. Okay. And I feel like you're very much a big family person too, so you have a lot of connection and strong love for your roots and where you came from. And family is very important to you. That's why it's very important for you to get to know your person's family as well and how they mesh together and do things together. And I guess last, I would say, because the tree is also about, your environment well-being. So I feel like you have been helping your person commit to more healthy lifestyles or rich regimens, sorry. And, if you help out with cooking or whatever in the family, you're always like, oh yeah, like, you could totally add this. It has more fiber, it has more vitamins, you're always helping out in that way when it comes to health. So, that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 1 with the rose quartz. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys! So if you have chosen pile 2 with the sunstone crystal, you found your way to your reading. So, what does their family think of you? And or what will they think of you if you haven't met your family yet? Alright? Met their family yet, sorry. Okay. So, I'm just going to start off with the tarot. We have the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, my arm, my hand looks so veiny. What is going on? Like, what? Okay, ignore that. Next we have Scorpio, Jupiter, and Mars. Okay. For your oracle card, we have Mending. And then for your Lenormand, we have the House and the Fish. Okay. Well, there's a big glare up there, so I'm just moving the cards down based off of the first video. Still want to be a little bit glary. Okay. It's whatever. I'll pick them up. Okay. So, let's start with the Two of Cups. So, with the Two of Cups being here, this family has no doubts that you are the perfect match for their son or daughter. They have no doubts that, you guys have this strong connection. And it's like, before you guys met, it's like they hear about you, and it's like, yeah, everything sounds great, and maybe like, they believed it, they believed what their son or daughter was saying about you, but they're like, maybe they're just hyping it up a little too much, maybe they're just like love struck, and then they met you, and they're like, wow, you're actually like everything and more, that they've been saying about you. Okay? So yeah, they definitely see that there's a deep love here. They knew a lot about you before you came and met them, just because I feel like your person wouldn't stop talking about you, I don't know, that's the vibe I'm getting here. And with the Two of Wands, so this is showing me that the family sees you as someone that's definitely like a visionary, like you have a plan for what you want to do in the world, where you want to be, and you're always making decisions based off of what can, for the betterment of the future, you think on a grand scheme, like you don't just think about yourself, you think about the world. I see that they see that you're very confident in your goals and where you're going, for sure. I don't know why. It's very interesting that her dress or whatever, her robe that she's wearing, her shoulder is showing. So it's very different. I don't know, for a few of you, maybe you have like a tattoo on your shoulder, your collarbone, or something like that. I don't know. But also because like her back is showing a little bit, like it doesn't have to be with like tattoos. It could also just symbolize the fact that you guys are like when you have a plan, when you have an idea, you don't like hide it, you know? You share it, you don't keep it to yourself. Especially like with the family, you're going to tell them like this is my plan. You know, you include them by just letting them know, you know? I also see that with this card here, because you have such big plans for the future and where you want to go, you know, you have a lot of innovative ideas and just innovative thinking. Like you're always coming up with something new or what could be better or what the world or what people can do better themselves to make the world like a better place, you know? But also because of your such like refreshing thoughts and all of your plans, they see you as someone that's very intellectually stimulating. Like you'll talk and they'll be like, like I didn't think about that. Like that's actually a good idea. Like why couldn't I put those like two and two together like that, you know? You just always have a plan for something or idea for something. And with the Nine of Pentacles here, like they definitely like have no doubts that you're going to be very abundant, or you already are very abundant when you meet them. And they're like, you deserve it, you know, because of all of the hard work that you've put in. Like with the Nine of Pentacles, it comes after the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is like being focused, dedicated to your task, being detail oriented. So, you know, it took a lot of work for you to get here, and you basically like got here on your own, you know? You started from the bottom and came up. But also like you create such a happy environment around you that they love being around you as well. And yeah, they just enjoy you being in their company, really. And I feel like when you come over too, like you might be the person to be like, hey, like, do you want me to help in the kitchen? Do you want me to help with cooking? Whatever. Like you help with the task around the house if, you know, if that is needed. Okay? Yeah, so let's move on to the karma card. So with Scorpio being here, your person may be a Scorpio or a water sign, but like I'm not really getting into signs here because this is the only pile so far that has a sign in it, you know? But I don't know. This is the only pile that has a sign. So I guess like it's not that important. But maybe you're a water sign, whatever. Yeah, so basically with this being here, Scorpio is one of the most psychic signs in astrology, and they're just very like mysterious, you know. So this family sees you as having a lot of like magical mysteries, like maybe you're someone that's very spiritual too, and they acknowledge this about you, like like the way of thinking is really different. Okay. Um, yeah, you're very spiritual. The extraordinary power of prayer. And I feel like this family also prays for you a lot and prays for like your relationship because they see you guys as being really strong, so they pray and make sure that you know no evil forces or negative forces will try and keep you guys apart or split things up, because you know when you see love like this that is so beautiful, like you don't want it to be destroyed or anything to destroy it. So they pray for you guys, pray for a happy, healthy marriage, and pray for your kids as well, which is really beautiful. But yeah, they notice that you've been through a lot of highs and lows, but you persevere no matter what. Okay. With Jupiter here, yeah, definitely again, like being very abundant, being, in a lot of good fortune. They can learn a lot from you guys, and you can teach them a lot of things. Like you'll have a lot of intellectual conversations with them. Okay, and you look at things with a bigger picture, especially with that Two of Wands, and she's looking into the world. It's like you see things on a grand scheme. Like you don't just think about like what is possible for now, but what is possible for the future and other generations. Um, you guys sound pretty awesome. And yeah, they see you guys achieving a lot. You may have like done a lot more education. Um, Maybe you went to different types of schooling to get where you are, but they see you just growing and expanding for sure. Okay. Um, but even if you have achieved a lot and everything like that, maybe like the one little warning would be not to come across as a know-it-all. Just take that time to listen to the family speak, and if they ask you a question or whatever, just be like, like if you don't know, then don't try to make it seem like you know. All right, because they're gonna appreciate that, like that you can be honest. And with the Mars being here, you guys might be very assertive as well. I feel like when you're around this family too, like maybe this family is a little bit more, not really harsh, but just the way that they speak with each other, like it's a little bit different. Like they're very loving, but it's like this is the type of family that kind of makes a lot of jokes about each other, but it's like from a place of love. But at first, it might be like kind of hard for you to kind of understand and blend in with that. Um, so in your mind, you feel like you need to confront something or something that was said to you. Um, but you kind of just think about it before you actually do. You might even talk to your partner and be like, well, this was said to me and I don't know how to feel about it. What should I do? Um, should I assert myself in some sort of way? Should I, say something about it? Okay. But I also see like because this is like right under the Nine of Pentacles as well, like you take a lot of action in the things that you do. You're usually the leader. And I feel like in this relationship too, like you know how it's like, oh, he wears the pants or she wears the pants, whatever, like you wear the pants in the relationship. Well, like in general, you both wear the pants. You both have one leg in, but you're just more assertive and strong in a way, whereas your partner is a little bit like laid back and kind of lets people step all over them a little bit. Like there's that balance. Like you're not the exact same in that way. Like you're more of the assertive one in the relationship. Or you might need to be a little bit more assertive. Flip it how you see it fits. With mending, you're definitely healing this family connection. Like, I feel like once you stepped into the family, it's like, I don't know, everyone just feels a lot more light around you. Maybe there was some sort of conflicts or some things that were said, and you kind of just bring a different picture, like a different way of looking at things. And you're like, like maybe you're right. I don't know. I feel like you're like the perfect fit for their family, whereas you kind of keep everything really stable. And like when I think of family and who like keeps the family really structured and put together, I kind of think of like grandmas. So you're basically kind of like the grandma of the family. You just keep everything like good. Um, and if there are arguments within the family, you're the first person to be like, okay, like listen, like how about we just get over it, say our sorries, like this wasn't a big deal, like everything's okay, like you always make amends here, all right? And you allow that hurt to pass through instead of like having, you know, the family be there resenting each other. You know, you always have a place of forgiveness in your heart for anything and everything. So you're teaching that to the family as well, just by being yourself, literally. Now with the house and the fish here, I feel like this family sees you too as being really rich, for one. Like, you're a very abundant family. I don't know, like, both of you have really great, stable jobs that, you know, you're cashing in some money. Also, you guys may have, like, a lot of family members, too. Like, both families. Like, your spouse's family has a lot of family members, and then your family has a lot of family members. So, it's an extra huge family. You got, like, a whole school of fish here. But as well, like, you're very comfortable with being around them. You're very comfortable with being around this family, being in their home, and you just value comfort, you know? And yeah, I see you guys being very great at making the home comfortable as well. Like, you're making everyone else comfortable, but also making your home comfortable. You might have a very, like, zen, comfy, like, very, I don't know, funky type of home. I don't know, whatever your home design is, whenever they come over, they just feel like so great, you know? Then they just don't want to leave. Like, the family doesn't want to leave your house when they come over and visit. Okay? So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 2. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 3, welcome to your reading. So, what does their family think of you? Let's figure it out. What their family thinks about you. Put them over there. Okay. So we're going to start with the tarot. We have the Queen of Cups. The Seven of Wands. And we have the World card. Alright, and next for your karma cards, we have Neptune. Then we have Saturn. Okay. And then we have Uranus. Sorry, guys. Uranus. I promised myself I wasn't going to pronounce it wrong, and I pronounced it wrong. Do you see that? Okay. Next, we have soulmates. Sorry for the glare up there. And then we have the Sun and the Book. Okay. So what their family thinks of you. Okay, let's start with the Queen of Cups. Alright. So they see you as being very emotionally, being emotionally balanced. You have a lot of love for your person, your partner. This family feels very comfortable around you because of you just being really open and very loving and compassionate with them. And they see you as someone that definitely follows your inner voice, like you follow your heart, you follow your intuition. Even if something might be, maybe something might be a better fit for you materially, but you rather do something that fills your heart, you know? They also see you as very, very creative, and you might be into art, something like that, so they like your art stuff. They see you as artsy. But as well, you can be very sensitive, and you know, you provide the family a lot of emotional support when you're around. Okay, you're always the first one to pick someone up when they're sad, you know? Also with the Queen of Cups, like you have a lot of love for your partner and you make sure that their emotions are put first. Which the family notices, but like they think it's like really sweet and everything, but they also want to make sure that you have that balance of also knowing like what your limits are and where you stop, you know, because you're just so overly loving for your partner that you'll do anything for them. And sometimes you can kind of sacrifice your needs for them, especially with Neptune, because Neptune also speaks about sacrifice there, but I'll get into it. With the Seven of Wands being here, I feel like because you're very sensitive and like really in your feelings sometimes, that you might feel like someone or some people in the family might not like you, and you might feel like some of them might rub you the wrong way because, you know, they see you as very sensitive because, you know, maybe you don't have that very hard exterior yet, and you just want to be very loving and open, whereas they're like, okay, you gotta have a harder shell for something here. Yeah, so you can like create like, and it's not even that the family doesn't like you or whatever. It's like you create some of these illusion based on like your feelings. Like maybe somebody says something to you and you like really take it to heart, but they were just joking, or you know, they don't understand how you'll see it or how you'll portray what they're saying. So you kind of like take too much things to heart there. And with the World card, definitely they see you as fulfilling your partner, you know, fulfilling their needs. They see you guys as a good match for sure. And they like having you around, you know. They see you as someone that supports the needs of your partner as well. That's why you might sometimes overcompensate for their needs as well. But yeah, they see this going in the long term. Yeah, they see this going in the long term here. For some of you, you might like live a little bit further from this person's family and they just wish that you would be around more. Okay. With Neptune being here, as I was saying earlier, like you might sacrifice some of your needs or your emotions for your person, or even for the family too. Like you might not want to do something and people can like tell that you don't want to do it, but you're saying like, yeah, it's fine, like it's all right, like I'll go do it. Like it could be something little, like, you know, there's no more bread and the mom needs to go to the store to get some bread, but you're like, no, I'll go drive and do it. And they're like, are you sure? Like you just came here after like a 3-hour drive, you gotta relax, you're the guest of the house, you know. So sometimes you sacrifice yourself for others because you like give a lot of like selfless love, right? But Neptune is also ruled by Pisces here, and like I have Pisces and Neptune as well. So sometimes there's that tendency to kind of be a little bit defensive as well, especially with that Seven of Wands too. Like sometimes something might rub you the wrong way and you might like kind of say something back that isn't in the nicest tone, you know, kind of get a little bit defensive. But as well, like the best part of, you know, Neptune being in Pisces is that you have a lot of faith in things that aren't seen, you know, faith in the unseen, because, you know, you guys might be very spiritual and you follow, like as I was saying, you follow your intuition a lot. Like maybe you're not going to know the outcome of something, but your heart just knows that's what you want, okay? And I feel like that's also what inspires others. You inspire the family a lot. All right. And it says yielding is the only way to. So yeah, I feel like sometimes you put yourself back a little bit just so other people can go on ahead of you, you know? Kind of just overly caring. You guys are very, very sweet souls. Okay. And with Saturn being here too, I feel like you also have this balance of trying to find some structure as well. Like they see you trying to be a little bit less sensitive in like this way. And they see you trying to accomplish different goals in your life, you know? And you're trying to be a little bit more realistic about things. I feel like you're also maturing as well when it comes to like your sensitivity, right? And you're having a lot more caution when it comes to like saying things you might not want to say out loud. And with Uranus here, yeah, so I feel like you also open up the family to new ideas and new ways to do things. Like, even when it comes to things like sustainability, like you can be like, all right, so you guys don't compost, you should compost. You know, just like coming up with little ideas like that. And it also rules like two ends of a spectrum. Like, so you could be a little bit more on the extreme of following your heart, and then the other extreme is like making your mind take over, especially with the Queen of Cups and then the Seven of Wands here. It's like at most times you're very sensitive, very loving, very compassionate. Then other times you're a little bit defensive because you feel like people might take advantage of you. Okay, so you're at two. Sometimes you function more at one end of the spectrum than others. Okay, than the other side. But you're new. You're a new person to them. Like you're really different. Like they've never met someone like you. And you kind of give them a little bit of shock, right? And I feel like you definitely have those two sides where you want to be structured and you want to have a plan, but at the same time, you also just don't really care and you don't really want to have a plan. You just want to do whatever, see whatever comes through, all right? Whatever you can make up. And with soulmates here, like definitely they see you as your partner's soulmate. You guys are probably very much alike or share a lot of the same personalities or the same ideas about things. Yeah, you guys are just like the missing piece for each other, like very perfect for each other here. And with the sun and the book here as well, definitely you might be someone that's a sweet talker. You know, you're always just, you know, complimenting the family, just like, oh, I love your hair. I love what you did with your hair today. And, you know, just being like really sweet. You might even have like a very sweet voice as well. But as well, you guys are very popular with whatever you're doing. Like maybe you're like a teacher or whatever job or work that you have, like you're very popular there, like very well known, okay? And I feel like to the family, you're very knowledgeable as well because, you know, you're always bringing up new ideas, new ways of doing things, right? So they see you as very knowledgeable. I feel like sometimes you have to, because the book is also about like truths and secrets and whatever, so I feel like other times it's like you want to prove yourself to them and they see that within you. You want to prove your truth and show, you know, your truth. um, but as well, like you guys are very bright and charismatic, right? So that's what I got for you guys. That shows pile 3. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye now.